It's made in Italy. Now here's my stupid question for the day. I know this chop saw runs at 4,000 RPM. It's 15 amp, 5.5 horsepower. Okay, you're supposed to run, the highest RPM on this is 1,800. Now I know the more expensive chop saw, DeWalt, they're 15 amp, 4 horse, and run at 1,300 RPM. Okay, now this is where I get confused. And here's today's first stupid question that I have. Maybe I gotta ask backwards. Could be. Now, how do I say it? If this blade is only rated for 1,300 RPM, no, already got that around 1,800 RPM, and that chop saw runs at 4,000 RPM. That means the blade would be spinning faster than it should be. How would that create heat? Because that's what dulls blades down in general. Now in my theory, which is probably fucked up and wrong, if the blade was rated for 4,000 RPM and the saw only pushed out 1,300 RPM, it would mean the saw is spinning slower than what the blade wants. So in my theory, that it would dull the blade quicker because it's creating heat because it's not spinning fast enough. And in my theory, that the blades would nick the metal and round off and wear out. If anybody can explain why my theory is wrong, because I don't know. I guess it's beside the point because I already bought the blade, but I would just like to know. Yeah. And I've seen people sharpen these blades, and the blade, the man in town that sharpens blades, he just went out of business. So I guess I'm gonna have to learn how to sharpen these by myself, because apparently it's gonna go dull fast. That's a stupid question for today. Still holding out, just barely. commercial break. Could I shove some tiger hair and mark glass in there? Yeah, you can. It isn't how I wanted to do it. I wanted a good foundation, so when I put my mud and everything in there, I just feel the thicker the fiberglass, thicker the Bondo, thicker all that material is, the more likely it's to crack. So I try to weld as much metal in there as I can, even minute pieces like that. Yeah, that's 13 gauge. I was able to cut it on the throatless shear. So that was nice, because my only other option was to cut something that small was this, and that was going to be hard to do. So the throatless shear already made my life easier. I did cut it big like everything, and then I ground it down to fit. It's lunch break time. And I would not call this a hot sandwich. I call this a hot pocket. Are they delicious? No, but they are hot, and there is food in there, and I live on them. That and Slim Jims. It keeps my girlish figure. Now do the other side. Start the other side. When in doubt, just finish it out. Oh. Too much glare. It's pretty centered.